Hi, this is Todd Gulinson with Remax Fine Properties, and today we are going to go over the Scottsdale and Phoenix real estate news. There's a whole lot of things going on in the Scottsdale Phoenix real estate. For the month of September, there's a tsunami going on in our market. Okay, I want to get into why this is. I've got a lot of clients and friends and prospects who are asking me what is going on with this absolutely absurd, crazy market. These are the things I'm going to talk about today. What is happening with supply and demand since the month of May? What is happening with the median sales price, average closings, and average days on the market? Is it a good time to buy or sell? And how do mortgages affect the payment as well as the overall affordability? What I'm going to do first is I'm going to compare the month of May on the Comfort Market Index to September to now, okay? So in the middle here, you will notice the market index. It is pointed on the left in May above 500. That is historically a frenzied market. We had a super low supply. Actually, the supply in March was even lower, but super historically low supply. The demand was normal, so it was very frustrating, a lot of overbidding. Now on the right, you can see that in the middle, that we are almost at a normal balanced market. As soon as that gauge hits the yellow mark, which is 100, we are at what is called a balanced market. You can also see on the supply here, there's more supply, a lot more on the market. When I looked this morning, it was over 19,000. We're going to be in a totally balanced market between 22 and like 28,000. And then on the right here, the demand index, you could see that the demand is almost normal. It's almost at a balance. It's a little bit low, and that is obviously due to the people being disappointed about the interest rate. Okay, gonna go quickly here because I have a lot of stuff to cover. Let's look at Phoenix. Once again, frenzied market in the middle, slightly lower than 500. But if you look on the right, in the month of September, a perfectly balanced, normal market. Sellers right now don't feel like it's normal because their houses are not selling in 3 days. It's taking well above 30 days often, sometimes up to 60 days to sell their house. And also listings aren't always selling. There's about 30% of listings out there that aren't even selling. Before we were at a much higher rate. Let's look at Paradise Valley really quickly. In the middle there in May, it was at a 400. Now it's at a 200. So it's still a seller's market, and if this was many years ago, we would say, yeah, it's an aggressive seller's market. But compared to where it was just in May, it's really moving quickly toward balance. Then we can take a look at this. Now we'll just look at individual cities. It's a nice example out in that area. Normal market. Okay, now let's take a look at a few things. Let's compare new homes to resales to overall closings. New homes have been closing the average at 513,390. You can see home resales 450,000, and overall closings, that's the combination of these two, 466,990 is the average in between August 2021 and August 2022. Then we have here, this is pretty interesting. So in terms of new homes, 1635 new ones compared to resales 5784, and then a combination of 7419. Okay. Then unit count, the number of units that were sold for new homes were up by 7.6%, but the number of sold resales have been down by 38%. All right. And you could just go ahead and take a look at that graph there. I think the rest of it's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, let's take a look at this chart right here. We can see that the median sales price has gone from 480, okay, down to 449 right there in 2022 in that month. Okay, let's take a look at this chart right here. For Paradise Valley, it has actually gone from here, which was in May of the same year, from 5,369,000 down to 3,560,000. Don't be so worried about that drop because There has not been a huge number of sales in Paradise Valley, so a couple of them, just a few of them, will affect the market, though they have gone down. Okay, so here we are comparing in Phoenix monthly average sales price. Right here, I would say that is in April, and then this one 555, 583. Okay, so when we look at these numbers, I want to. This is an extremely important point. So, if you're a buyer and you looked at this graph, you would say, you know what, I should probably wait. Look, home prices are sliding quite a bit, but interest rates have gone up tremendously. I was looking at the interest rates for the lowest of all time was in the 2s 30-year fixed. Basically, what I want to do is I'm going to show you a little bit of a mortgage calculator right here. I think it's appropriate to do that right now. Let's compare those numbers that we just saw. A loan amount of $623,000, 30-year fixed. In May, this was the interest rate, 4.82%, or in April. $3,276 was the monthly payment. Okay. Now, let's say you were a buyer and you're waiting till now for it to get lower to 5.55, but the interest rate went up from 4.82 to 6.18. And the 30-year fixed, actually, your payment is now higher. Even though the prices went down by that much money, the interest rates rose tremendously. Now, I would not, if I was a buyer, I would not be dwelled on this. Historically, an interest rate of 6.18, if you looked at it over a 20-year period, is a good rate. Now, there's been a lot of talk from the feds that they're just going to keep raising interest rates until inflation is in control. Not sure if that is going to actually happen or going to work on either perspective, but they just announced the other day they're going to raise it by 0.75. Now, how much that affects mortgage rates, that's we'll wait and see. But when the Fed has been saying we're going to raise it and raise it and raise it, and then they actually did, and you saw that it was below 4 in April, and now it's 6. Basically, when you want to buy and sell anything, you want to see a slight consistent trend, and there's a consistent trend of raising rates. Buy now, you will probably not be regretting it a year from now. Nobody has a crystal ball. Now, you might be thinking as a seller, gosh, you might feel also bummed out. Well, keep in mind, this trend might mean that we are actually still at the top of the market. So if you are a serious seller, you probably should consider selling now. Let's take a look at the inventory that's on the market. Okay, in 2021, this is also another really pretty cool chart. Their active listings were 10,988 in 2000 and versus 21,506. That includes under contract. The one below this is only active, not under contract, 6,873. This one, I believe this chart is starting in May. And now 18,694 at the beginning of September. I will tell you it's above 19,000 now. It's up 172%. So if you were a seller, you're like, oh gosh, all those homes on the market, keep in mind there's been times in the Phoenix area where it's been above 40, even up to 50,000 homes on the market, I believe. So, as I recall. So now that would be an extreme buyer's market, but here we have 18,694, 25,000 is for sure balanced. This is arguably within the normal. Here is the issue that we're all having. The monthly sales, when we had 6,873, there was 9,000, a little over a month. With 18,694, we actually have less sales. So the number of sales has actually gone down to 30.5%. So wanting to just give you a quick summary of this, the rate has actually increased more than the property value has fallen. It's actually better to buy now than it was in April. There will be less competition now, and homes are sitting on the sidelines. So if you're a buyer, it's a very good time to buy. You probably don't want to wait until the Super Bowl. You probably don't want to wait until the spring when all the snowbirds are here, because now you might find yourself competing against the house that's just right for you. If you're a seller, though, you notice that the prices are actually dropping. So, in fact, I'm going to go over one more thing. We did level off slightly, which is a good thing. Oftentimes we even drop now in November, but we're leveled off. But if your seller prices are dropping overall, it's a great time to sell. You're selling near the top of the market. Just to kind of go over things really quickly here, this is the contract ratio. This is what we look for when trying to predict what's going to happen in the next couple months. Here we're in a frenzy, really at the top of this. That is like 5-6 months ago. Insanity, they call it. Okay. Here, bottom right, you can see the line has leveled off. We have gone into a warm market. Okay. Now, if it dips down, prices go down further. Then we are. If contracts go down as well as prices, then not so much. So, anyways, I gave a few cities, and if you'd like to keep up to date with the Cromford Market Report or know what it means, just for some great information, then just keep in mind I work all over the Valley, the Todd Gulinson Team, all of these areas. We even actually have work up in Flagstaff, Tucson. We get around quite a lot. So here's some of the cities that we work in. Do not hesitate to call 480-662-2469. Actually, you can see my phone number up on flashing across the top of the screen, just to get information even. Okay, no obligation to do anything. And as mentioned, you can order a Cromford report specific to your area. You can call me at this number, or you can call here, 844-278-1656, extension 9123, just for the 24-hour recording. And you can tell us what you want on a recording if it's late at night. So, tell us what type of real estate you're interested in, whether it's a specific one in the video or a customized report, or family home, a duplex, or whatever the case may be. I want to thank you so much for your time on this video, listening to this video. Thanks so much.